Lagging. Oh my gosh, a lot of people are lagging apparently. It is that time again, everybody. It is Fan Game Friday. I am Sai Starcraft, and every Friday around 2 p.m. PST, I get a bunch of fans together, as you can see here, and I let them have a go at me sexually and Starcraft 2-ly in a 1v1 King of the Hill type thing. So this map is set up so that when I win or lose, I am replaced by someone else, or someone else is replaces my opponent, and we just keep going on. Of course, there's going to be players from all leagues, all ladders, that kind of thing. So most players probably won't be ranked too high, and there's going to be a lot of wins. I'm going to be winning a lot. Of course, I win a lot no matter what league the player is in. But yeah, you're welcome to join the Fan Game Fridays. You have an okay chance of getting in. There's a lot of people who want to get in, but I try to do it for you guys to give you guys a chance to play me. I'll post the match on YouTube, win or loss, and hopefully it's entertaining. But even if you're not the best player, give it a shot. Try some cheese on me. Try a straight up game. Just play me so you can say you played me. It doesn't really matter why you want to play me. Just play me and have some fun. So this is game number 1. It's going to be against BBQ Pork, who is, of course, a Zerg player, as you can see from that Overlord. And it looks like he's going to be going hatch first. And the cool thing about close air positions like this on Metalopolis is you kind of you agree with your opponent to do similar builds, and actually it looks like he's going to be taking his pool around 14. Now with a 14 pool, you are pretty safe to hatch first, so I am going to hatch first. I just have to be careful if he does go Banelings, if he goes Roaches, I have to react properly to that. And actually he's getting his pool before his gas, which is really unusual. You don't often see that in a ZVZ. So I'm going to feel pretty safe against Banelings. He's not going to have a ton of gas to get his Baneling, or to get his Zergling speed and his Baneling nest, so I need to start my pool pretty soon here. I actually droned back up to 16, which is a bit too high considering I saw how fast his pool was. So my pool is going to be a tad late, but I will have 2 hatcheries to produce off of, and I'll be able to see how many lings he's sending out at me, so it's not going to be too detrimental knowing that his pool was much quicker than mine. Ooh, lag spike. Lag spike. And the important thing is to keep an Overlord right around here so you know what he's sending and when he's sending them. I don't like to get gas too early. I like to drone up to about 18, then get an Overlord, then start the geyser to free up 1 additional slot for my next drone. So we can see, like, yeah, my pool is late, but he's not even sending any lings yet, so it's not that bad for your pool to be that much later. And one of these critters just got exploded by someone. I guess if you click on them a whole bunch, they explode like in StarCraft 1. But still not seeing any lings. That's very unusual. And since he's not sending any lings, I'm only going to make 2 lings. I'm going to make 2 queens at each of my, or a queen at each of my hatcheries. And I'm going to go with an instant Roach Warren. This is a build I like to use in a Zerg versus Zerg. It's very susceptible to early attacks, but it doesn't look like he's going to be aggressive at all. And once I get the Roaches, I can just block off the ramp. So I'm going to transfer those drones. And I'm at 25 out of 28, so I am going to Overlord up. And probably save up some money here in a second to get 3 or 4 Roaches, just because, you know, 3 or 4 Roaches against any number of lings with such a small choke are really good. It's really hard to die to anything once you have that number of Roaches. Sometimes they'll get a Spine if they're showing a lot of aggression, but it doesn't look like he is. And I'm going to send in some links to see exactly what he's doing. I expect an expansion here. Someone's lagging. Come on, Puppy Punter. Whoa. Nope, looks like he's going to stay on 1 base. Looks like he's going Roaches. My Roach Warren is complete. Got 1 Roach on the way. And let's see if he's attacking. Looks like he's still on 1 gas. Not a whole lot of drones. He does have a Spine, so kind of unusual to get a Spine. Probably shouldn't have, considering I did fast expand, and he doesn't really know what I'm doing, so that's a weird decision. But like I said, all leagues and ladders in here. I welcome all sorts of skill levels. And I did put a 3rd drone on gas. I start out with just 2 drones on gas, and actually Pork is lagging a little bit. I start out with 2 drones on gas just because it seems to work out right for the number of Roaches I want in the early game. And then I adjust it to 3, you know, once I understand what he's doing, once I get more drone saturation here. So, yep, I am on 2 base, so I'm going to throw down a Spine. When you're ahead of your opponents, when you know you're ahead of your opponent on drones, on macro in general, it's okay to throw down defenses. You might think, oh, I'm going to lose a drone on that Spine Crawler, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't matter. Surviving is much more important because already This is my mineral saturation right now, and that's like way, way higher than he can even get right now because he doesn't have that expansion. So I'm going to throw down Spine just to be safe, and it lets me drone up a little bit harder as well. And probably just going to go roaches this game. If he stays on one base, okay, looks like he's got a few more roaches. And if he's expanding, I'll go mutas. If not, okay, yeah, he is expanding, so I'm going to go mutas now. I like to get about 5 roaches, then transition into mutas. My drone count is looking pretty schnazzy, pumping out about 6 or 7 more. And these 5 roaches and 1 spine against like 10 roaches or so won't do the job. He would be able to beat me with these roaches, but okay, he's actually making a lot, so I'm going to roach up a little bit. And make 1 more spine. I was going to say I'd be okay, but he's actually pumping out a lot more roaches. You pretty much want to match his roach count whenever possible, while still going mutas. And he should be trying to pick off this Overlord, because this Overlord's giving me a lot of info. Looks like he did pull some of his roaches back. And I'm getting another spine, but my saturation's still very, very high. Oh, and I'm not getting a lair. Damn it, I knew I forgot something. Yeah, lair is kind of important when you're going mutas. I hear you can't even get mutas without a lair. I don't know if that's true or not. Second spine is up, still continuing to inject and get a couple more drones. And since my Spyro's late, I am going to get a couple more roaches as well, just because I don't need tons of gas for my mutas. And sending in a link for scouting, picking that up. Going to send out some links to put on the watchtower. And I actually should be moving out my Overlords in different locations just for some map vision. Check down there, over here, over here, over here, and so on. So they're on their way out there. Let's check out my saturation. Looking way too good at the main. I always oversaturate at my main. I don't know why. And gonna put a couple at the expansion. Gonna throw down an evolution chamber. And looks like he is moving out. Gonna pump a ton of roaches here. That should be okay. I've got a couple spines and a decent number of roaches. He does have a lot though. And we'll see if I'm able to hold this. I hope I am. And here he comes. Got a lot of stuff. Got a lot of Zerglings. I'm gonna send up my workers just because my roaches aren't out yet. And here we go, more roaches coming out. My spine is about to go down, but I've got a lot of roaches rallying. I've got drones soaking up the damage. And eventually I can pull my drones off. I'm gonna pull them off now. He killed a lot, but they soaked up enough damage, I think, that I'll be able to hold this. Pretty good timing by him, though. It did quite a bit of damage. And now he runs away. Yeah, he killed quite a few drones, but the reason he was able to make such a strong attack is because he cut a lot of drones to make all the units, obviously. And now I'm going to just keep making units here. And he's rallying, but it's not a really successful rally. He's trying to rally Lings, and yeah, it looks like it just GG'd. He was so far behind in the harvester count at that point that it didn't matter that I sacked all those drones, so drones are expendable. I mean, there's a reason I had less units than him. It's because I had more drones, but those spines helped out, and the drones actually soaked up a lot of damage. So, yep, that was game number 1.